Our company and our customers are quite concerned about the possible negative effects of the rule as it's proposed. Two or three challenges that we see. One is while the rule does not specifically prohibit alternative marketing arrangements other than in the cash market, our concern is that the language about the potential for lawsuits for a beef processor if they pay a premium or a discount on a set of cattle, and all of the information that is going to be needed to justify paying a premium or a discount will cause our packer processors to revert back to a one-price-fits-all price for all of our livestock, and even possibly go to a grade and yield price, thereby taking away the opportunity for us to participate in value-added market systems that reward higher quality, more consistent cattle that go into branded beef programs. If the law is passed as it is presented or expected here now, or as it's presented, it will cause us to have to sell all of our high-quality cattle on a cash market that will be where the packer will pay no more than the average price for cattle that should bring a premium. I believe in the long haul it will cause additional concentration in the industry, because at the risk of litigation and the cost of justifying premiums and discounts, the processor will just determine that it would be in his best interest to feed more cattle that they own, and consequently that will cause feed yard companies like ours who feed cattle for other people to not get as many cattle to feed, and would likely decline the numbers of cattle that we have on feed in our feed yards. You know, it appears that the intent of the law is to force us to go back to what we did 30 years ago, in that all qualities of cattle bring the exactly same price. The reason that we have branded beef products today is that consumers were demanding something different than the commodity products that we were offering. If you look at the beef demand curve in the early, from 1980 through 1998, it was a very sharp decline. Starting at about 1998, beef demand began to improve again, and I believe one of the reasons for that is that we finally as an industry began to address the consumer's desire to have higher quality, more consistent beef products, and as a result of that, more and more of the companies that we work with began to put a brand name on the beef product, and as a result of that, then we were able to cooperate with them and coordinate with them to provide a supply of those cattle that met that demand, and then consequently receive a better price, a higher premium for providing those cattle. It's not only the commitment of helping them manage their supply, but also providing them a higher quality animal that had a higher percentage of choice and prime, that also met certified Angus beef criteria, so that they could then sell it to the consumer at a higher price because it was a higher quality product. The tone that I interpreted here this morning is that there's very definitely two different sides to the issue. There's one who believes that the only solution is to invite government intrusion into our business. The other side believes that the industry is capable of managing its affairs and meeting the requirements that the consumer demands for beef products as well as pork products, and that the industry itself should be allowed to work through these challenges. And there's a great deal of concern about attracting more young people back into the industries, and that's a concern that I certainly share. I think the things that the government could do to assist that would be to get all of our export markets open up. China is a vast market that's not open to our products today. We need to get the Japanese market completely open. We need to look at the unintended consequences of government regulations, both environmental and air. We need to assist young producers in accessing capital so that they can enter the business. And I think another thing, getting rid of the estate tax would go a long way to helping families pass their ranches and farms on to the next generation. I would say, first of all, get informed. Go to the USDA website, print a copy of the law. It's about a 16 or 18-page paper. Go through it, read it, interpret for yourself how you think it will how it will affect you, and help you understand it better. Then I would encourage you to submit comments. The concern that we have is that it's big government reaching into our industry in a part of the business that we really don't need. These alternative marketing arrangements and the way we're currently doing business were business systems that were designed between a willing seller and a willing buyer. And in most cases, these alternative marketing arrangements were initially started by the sellers, the beef producers that wanted to be involved in further value-added programs further up the chain.